Pull the rosters up, bro.
I know code's there, right? Pull the rosters up.
What?
There's other teams that.
Why are you on this podcast? You don't pay attention to the league.
I just can't. There's been so many fucking trades, bro.
But you're a manager and you're on the committee.
I'm aware.
Coda's in Death Valley, bro. He's a homie. You should know that.
Zach's on Columbus, right?
Nope.
Wow.
I thought that's where he got traded.
Goodness.
That's where he was last season.
There's so many fucking things.
Pull the rosters.
I'm trying.
You know Galaxy isn't the only team in the league.
It's the only one that matters to me.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Backpost Podcast, in partnership with and powered by the 8-Bit Nation. And now, your hosts, Shade, Bacon, and the owner of the league, Pitch.
How's it going, you three fans? I'm back, and we're back. Also, fuck you, Defane. Fuck you, Mythic. Also, fuck you, Max and Doggo. Sorry, I just had to join you guys from last weck. Y'all put everybody on the fuck you train.
Jesus.
Well, we just lost 4 listeners.
Had to put some some fuck yous out myself. No, I love those guys. They know it. As always, as you hear, I have Bacon and Pitch here with me tonight. Heck of a pod last week, guys. You guys killed it with the interview. Very special. But this week is very special. We have a guest along for the full episode. You love to love him and you love to hate him. It's our guy, Boomer.
What's up, guys?
W intro.
About time you get here.
Oh, we have Boomer.
I've been asked so many times. I finally did it. I know a lot of things are possibly coming my way. I've prepared myself for it.
You've just hated the league for so long, you just didn't want to get on us.
I love the league.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah?
you love the
Who's
Galaxy.
on Columbus?
Hold on, let me check the spreadsheet. Give me a second.
I mean, forgettable team, to be fair.
They're
Fuck
starting
you,
to look like
Columbus.
Galaxy. I don't know who's on there anymore.
And here we go.
So how you boys been this week? Bet you still recovering from a little bit of sickness, huh?
Yeah. Work hours and sick. It's just been wearing me down. So this week has been a wreck for me. But starting to feel a little better here today. I did a lot of resting.
Man, I feel that.
Yeah. So we're back.
You guys had to do the pod last week because I was sleeping for 12 hours. So I feel it.
Yeah, you were definitely out of it too. So we're going back to back. Bacon, it's your turn next week to go out of it.
I'm starting a new job. If I get sick, I'm catching everything on fire.
There we go.
Yeah, you've been doing orientations and stuff, right? So you've been
Yeah.
pretty busy yourself.
Yep. Switching the schedule, getting used to a new routine. So it's exciting.
Good stuff. Boomer, your life been good, man?
Yeah, I've been grinding really hard trying to get better at Rocket League. Actually, I've been playing a lot of Tarkov, and I forgot how to play the game.
Oh, yeah?
It's not been going good. Galaxy has been.
Yeah, I'm pretty much in the same boat. So I'm also still don't have a new controller. I'm missing my whole entire right bumper. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah, I
You use that part?
I use it for boost, so I had to bind it back to B now. So
I'm very happy with my picks later.
That's what I've been using.
Damn it.
I mean, that's what I started out on. So I mean, it still feels pretty natural. But yeah, I tried to peel up the right bumper to try to get it unstuck, and I just broke it completely. So
Nice.
that's where we stand with that.
Nice. We can dive right into our week review.
Welcome back to the Week's Review, where we dive deep into the latest news and highlights from the competitive world of
That's a weird title, but
Oh, God. I didn't update. Wait.
week 6 review now. We're good. All right.
Well, it's kind of the 7. We just have a leftover from week 6.
Oh no, week 6/7 leftover from week 6. We had the Rutland and Philly game. Rutland coming out on top 3-0, getting that sweep on our boy here. Was sick though.
Yeah,
Was sick.
He did not have a Jordan-esque flu game. It was Synthed's debut. And, apparently he's not a podcast listener yet because he did not hear Pitch's call to action as his player to watch out for. Even I guess that was for week 7. But regardless, it didn't really come through. This was a tough one, Pitch.
Yeah, I think this was a case of the debut nerves for Synth. I talked to a lot of rookies, and it's pretty common. I know like Huntu was dealing with it last season, and they just get the nerves your first couple games. You know what I mean? But we played a great scrim like right before. I think it was against the Pythons. We won like 6 games in a row, and then we hop into this game and just get absolutely clapped. So still fun. Not losing, but still always fun just to play another week. But hopefully we can rebound this week.
I need to ask you a question, Pitch.
Yeah, go out for it.
I've asked multiple people. I keep hearing it. I keep hearing people call him Synthed. Is it not Synthed?
I haven't heard anything on that topic.
It's Synthed, right? Wouldn't that just be Synthed?
I've been calling him Synth, and he hasn't corrected me. So
Okay. I was just curious. I've heard both things being said.
yeah. So I know Bacon from the Rip has been calling him Synthed. So I don't know. I guess it could be both. Who knows? Maybe I'll ask him for sure tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right on.
Regardless,
Those
I'm
nerves-
probably going to continue to call him Synthed, just like Piggy-on. So it's fine.
I miss Piggy on.
Yeah, rest in peace, by the way. No, he didn't die. Okay,
Jesus.
I shouldn't say that. Yeah.
Yeah,
my
no, he abandoned
Yeah, he-
the league. So even though the
Didn't he?
calendar's been posted since before the season started, so
Ouch.
Piggy-on
I heard
done
rumors
abandoned
somebody else
his
left the
trainer.
league.
He's out.
Did Cosmo leave? Is that true?
Yeah, Cosmo did leave.
Oh my goodness.
Womp.
Yeah, it was nothing league related. He just didn't have the time anymore.
Feels.
Well, let's go on to week 7. That was a nice talk. Those nerves are for real though, because I was still getting them even though I had played multiple seasons.
About to
So-
say, I played a game last night. Had him. My knee was shaking the entire time.
Exactly.
Nerves
Yeah.
are there.
Yeah.
They're real.
I still get it too here and there. So
Yeah.
But we got Memphis versus Monterey. Memphis taking it 3-2. That was a reverse, wasn't it? Is that the one I was thinking?
Yeah, I believe it was a reverse sweep.
And this handed Monterey their first loss of the season. And just like that, we have no undefeated teams.
No more undefeated. So I think the record here is season 3 high rollers. I think they started out 8 or 9-0. It was something like that.
I think
Until
so.
they
Yeah.
got their first loss and swapped their entire roster over to Mr. Boomer
Who
here.
beat that team for their first loss? That's
I
weird.
forget, honestly.
Yeah. We got Houston sweeping Colorado.
They did. Boomer's team did a thing.
Boomer. Dang.
Yeah.
18-2 score diff. We don't have to talk about the fact that there was a drunk Irishman and a tilted Cosmo on the team, but I was just happy the team finally played as a team. That's what I've been looking for all season, and we finally did it.
Sure. Just like we had talked about last week, that Killer Bee effect, but that's nothing that's in Galaxy's control. Whether Killer Bee shows up or not, you got to play
Yeah.
what's in front of you, and Kaipo ain't the answer. So yeah, that was a nice clean 3-0 sweep by Galaxy.
Would have been the same. I'm not worried about Killer Bee. Come at me, Killer Bee. 1v1. Let's go.
All right, so Boomer
Interesting.
on the hate train. Cool.
Hey, you're supposed to say "fuck you, Killer Bee."
Fuck you, Killer Bee.
Oh,
There you
man.
go. We had Ottawa versus Death Valley. Ottawa coming in, taking it 3-1. Our boys in Death Valley not finding their footing.
Well, it was boy in Death Valley because there was no Patty for this game.
That's true. That's true.
And I guess Code's a boy too, so boys. But they did not have Patty, so keeping with a trend of missing one of their big players. But kudos to them for taking a game. But yeah, Ottawa just a little overmatched without Patty there.
And it was pretty impressive that they took a game with having the sub in against Ottawa's starters.
For sure.
So, big props.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't place my finger on Ottawa this season. Really, I don't know if you guys feel the same or not. It's been a weird season for them.
I'm very confused by them because
for who?
Ottawa.
Washed, all of them.
Atlantic City has scrimmed Ottawa a couple times, and it's close, but it's not at the same time. So then they go out and, handle a team like this. That's Code and Red Guy really weren't able to get involved. So I'm with you, Pitch. I don't know how to place them. So
I have an opinion on Ottawa.
share.
I've played with all of them a lot. I think Mythic and Ben they play very similarly. Very similar. Like on that team, they both try to sit back. They take their time. That's just how Ben always plays. I've seen Mythic with them when they scrimmed us. He takes over and be's like the true one and pushes and has the pressure. And I was talking to Ben about it before, and for some reason in the games he doesn't do that actually like on the pitch during the U3 game. I think if he steps up and takes over that offensive role, because if he doesn't, I mean, you got 3 threes. Unfo also, he's not an aggressive player like that. So somebody needs to step up, and I think Mythic needs to be the one.
So
Shit.
what you're saying is they got 3 betas on their team.
No. Fuck you, Orcus.
Yeah, exactly. Rutland over Palm Beach, 3-1.
This surprised me.
Yeah, did anyone see that happen?
Apparently Max had the same issue he had, what was that, season 2 in the finals? He got really dizzy, couldn't play, and so they were maxless.
Yeah, they did have Max for game 1, and they lost that one. So they won a game without Max on the pitch. I don't know. That's Busy, I think, is a nice addition for Rutland. Pitch, you might know better. Didn't they have Busy for your Philly game? Or was that a new acquisition for week 7?
Yeah, it was new. I think we were the first team to scrim them, and we handled them pretty handedly. I didn't think that they had a shot against Palm Beach.
With Baby Boomer managing that team, it's new every week. So
This is true.
Yeah, no, there was we're talking about Rutland, right?
yeah,
Yeah, no, this was they had Nels, Gamer, Dragonfruit was their roster.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. So this was the debut of Busy. Just like Boomer said, we also scrimmed him and kind of handled business, but Busy's a little bit for real. So the outcome really didn't surprise me, especially once Anomaly left the pitch. Kind of is what it is. Just keeping up with the string of people not being there. That's 3 so far for week 7.
got to get you guys in. We got Phoenix versus Chicago. Phoenix taking Chicago out 3-1.
Yeah, Chicago
Except for
looked
that
like
game 2.
they looked like they wanted to compete in this series for a minute, and Doggo kind of shut them down. So
Yeah, and it's got to feel nice too, because after starting 4-0, they lost 2 in a row, but they're back in the win column here this week, so that's got to feel good for the Phoenix guys.
Wasn't game 2 like 7-2 Chicago?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Some crazy scoreline.
Yeah. I think, they won. Phoenix won game 1 with Speedy Doc in. I think they kept them in for game 2 because they won, so. And then right after that, they took them out, so.
Which is a smart play as a manager. Get that sub game in if you can after that win.
Yeah.
I did think it was weird Stewie didn't get put in that game. Archer kept himself in, I think, the whole series.
From what I heard, I think his scheduling's been a little wonky for Stewie. Yeah, I don't know.
Omaha takes out Columbus 3-0, getting that sweep. Very nice, Omaha.
Quite convincing.
Causes too much.
Akaza is a lot. Good on him.
The Omaha Akazas. I think during the stream, I accidentally called them the Akazas for a second as a team.
It's the White Sharks all over again. Not White Sharks. Log Sharks.
So, I mean, this was expected. Columbus was missing their manager, Nate Dogg, who's also their blue chip. So, they were playing pretty down bad, but good sweep by Omaha. Yeah.
Yeah, you take the sweeps when you can get them. This next one, very special for me. My team of subs that I help manage got a sweep over New York. So it's pretty awesome.
That we
Pretty
did.
proud of them.
It was a good day to be a sub. Continuing with the trend of the week, they did not have Wrath Titan, but it didn't matter. Adam did what he could there. Beef couldn't carry enough, and yeah, nice 3-0 sweep.
I will say props to them because I think game 2 you guys they let it get out of control, but the other 2 losses were by 1 goal, and it looked like they were pressuring you guys pretty well. I had to watch it via VOD, but it looked like they were doing their thing.
They had because game 3 went to game 3 down in like the last minute. It was tied.
Yeah.
They had so many opportunities, and we put it away on a 0-second. But had that gone into overtime, could have been a completely different series. They definitely played it close, so props to them.
And then I guess we'll move to Las Vegas. 3-1 of Fayetteville.
I enjoyed this one for Chipmunk because there was a little bit of banter in this game too, from Scribbles, I believe, who now goes by Lemon, right?
Yeah, that's his in-game name. So
yeah, Lemon talking a little bit of shit back and forth, and Chipmunk, and I mean that team that does not have a blue chip, taking it 3-1. It's good for them.
Grand Finals rematch.
Always fun to see. Pitch, you got anything on the U3 player / clip of the week stuff?
Yes, we do, I believe. Let's get down to it. So the week, have I posted them? I know I've been a little behind.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, let's see. Players of the week. No, but I still got the voting up. So I haven't posted them, but for the end of the votes, the Eastern Offensive Player of the Week was Huntu.
Let's go, Huntu.
The Eastern Defensive Player of the Week was Mr. JT, Mr. Two-Time. Western Offensive Player this is all for Week 5, by the way, Akaza. And the Western Defensive Player of the Week was Mom Debbie of the White Sharks. And then for Clip of the Week for Week 5, I'm going to have to find Huntu's message because the poll is not up anymore. That would belong to...
It was probably
it is Akaza. It was his pinch in the corner.
His astral pinch?
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty brainless, I think, on the voting. So, that was a Week 5 clip in the Week 5 players.
Nice. And Bacon, your player of the week would go to who?
My player of the week is going to be a homie. It's not a biased one, but it is somebody that Shade and I had to cut because we were tired of carrying him and just playing together casually. It's going to be Unfo. Unfo exploded for 9 goals on offense, doing a lot for his team to get the win. Very proud of Unfo. He's a fellow Jags fan. Big shout out to him. Congrats. My player of the week.
Yeah, fuck you, Unfo.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
There's some people that won't be happy about me picking Unfo, and I'm sorry. But fuck you.
Who doesn't like Unfo? Duval and stuff. What?
I don't think they know about the Duval. If they knew about the Duval, they might not have beef with Unfo. But here we are.
Sheesh. Moving on to our team spotlights. Each week we're going into 2 teams. Well, not each week, but as we see fit, I suppose.
Here and there.
But this week we're diving into Memphis Mafia first, and then the New York Knights. So let's dive into the Mafia.
That we are. The Memphis Mafia, manager of Rush, with his blue chip Scythe. Scythe's been around for a minute in the league. They've got 2 new players with Fireblaze and still don't know how to pronounce his name. VA3U, Vayu, Vo, however the hell you want to pronounce it. Team is currently sitting 5-2, having just beat Monterey, handing them their first loss. They're in the Airbus division with Monterey, Death Valley, Las Vegas, and RLC.
What a division!
Yeah, kind of a sneaky 5-2 there. I feel like they're not mentioned enough.
I don't know. They were on our radar because we had to play them recently. We did beat them when they had their old lineup, but kind of crazy that they switched out half of their lineup. They're still able to come out and compete well, take down Monterey. So, where do you guys think Memphis is going to finish up in a division like that?
They're gonna be the top. We scrimmed them.
Sleeping on the Sleepy Sharks?
Well, I think we technically won the scrim, but Fireblaze is nuts. Like, for him to not be blue chipped is crazy, and him and Scythe together, it's a problem. I don't know. If I would not have, how do I rephrase this? With my current roster, I would have not have been afraid of the Log Sharks. And yes, I'm aware Log's not in the league, but I'm never not going to call them that. That's all I'm saying. I think they had an easier first half, and I don't know if it's going to go as well for the rest of their season.
Yeah, I think the three teams that are really going to be competing for this division is Monterey, Memphis, and Death Valley. I think with the start that Monterey had, and kind of the confidence that they built, I think that they'll probably come away in the top spot, but I do see Memphis being a close 2 and Death Valley right behind them, so that's kind of and then Las Vegas and RLC, I think RLC is probably finishing last this season.
Yeah, I'm going to counter that because Memphis is only a game behind Monterey, but I do think Memphis is actually going to end up finishing second on this division. And I'm going to double down when I said it before. I do think Death Valley is going to end up taking this division. But I think Memphis will be right up there in second, and I look for Monterey to drop to third.
If you're listening and you play Death Valley, side flip when Red Guy comes at you. You will not be demoed.
Man,
I promise.
Put it out there.
It's just anybody. Everybody's always like, oh, I'd be demoed. Just side flip. If you just side flip,
This is
8 out of 10
hilarious.
times, you're not going to get demoed.
Can we,
Just the other day,
can we
I
say
watched
this
a
to
stream.
you when you get mad about getting demoed?
I was gonna say I just watched a stream
Well,
of Junior being pissed
was-
off that he was getting bumped and boom and
That was in the GC lobby, and it was a little different.
But with the way the league is right now, U3 is basically GC lobbies.
I guess.
Yeah.
Not that team.
L-Take.
ooh,
Wow.
Fuck you, Red Guy.
Damn.
Wow,
I'm not going to say that, Red Guy. I love you.
I do too.
fuck you, Red Guy.
Exactly. Moving on. Our second team, like Shade said, we're going to talk about the New York Knights. And no, Adam, this is not just because we just beat you. This was actually on the dock for last week, but Shade wasn't here. Manager of Adam with his blue chip beef. Also rostered is Wrath Titan and Demo, or maybe in-game is Athena, I believe. Currently sitting 4-3, having just lost. And they're in the Cessna division with Ottawa, Palm Beach, Jacksonville, and Columbus.
Another good division there.
They win
Yeah.
the whole thing.
I feel like as the season goes on, the divisions look tighter and tighter.
Yeah, especially in that Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
Because there's not a whole lot of separation from 1 to 10.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, no, you're not wrong. But to answer the anticipated question, I see Knights finishing top 2 here. The moves that Jacksonville made, I think that they could probably come out as a number 1. I think it's definitely going to be a fight between the two. But Ottawa and Palm Beach, I just don't know where to place. And Columbus, rebuilding. I mean, they looked good at times, but they might be in the bottom for that division, so we'll see.
See, that is interesting, though, considering your criticism of Jacksonville last week. That Razorback isn't the guy.
Yeah, I mean,
I get it. It's tough. It's a hard Jacksonville right now. They're a hard read. You don't know really what's going to come out. But New York, I agree. They're going to be somewhere in the top 2. I just don't know with who. I think it'll either be Ottawa or Palm Beach. Jacksonville's sneaky, but I don't think they crock the top 2.
Even though that I don't think that Zach is the answer for him, I do have faith in Hunter a bunch and KX. Both of them, they played together very well, and that's kind of more of the moves that I was talking about that they made. So I think for that aspect of it, I think Zach, I mean, obviously could definitely work around the 2. So, but for like a championship, I don't know.
To get back to the team we're talking about,
Right.
as much beef as Adam and I have, and y'all seen it in the Discord and hear it in VCs, whatever. My boy Beef, my boy Wrath,
Fuck you, Beef.
Demo, fuck you, Demo. But you guys, like, I could honestly see them winning the whole thing. So
Nah.
it's just my opinion.
Team
Really?
of Subs
Because
isn't winning the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm a nah on that. Too.
Crazy.
I personally think they could easily end up 4th. The Ottawa, Palm Beach, and Jacksonville could outplay them.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Like, all of those 4 teams are going to fight for it. I'm not saying they're going to be the last of those 4, but they could easily.
I'm not saying
that's
necessarily they're going to. Just I think they will.
I think
It's a
I think they
tough
can.
division.
But I do. Yeah, Shade's right. It is definitely a 4-team race. They're exceedingly close in record for that division, and there's a very good chance that all 4 of those teams make the playoffs. So anything could happen. But yeah, best of luck to Memphis and New York going forward. We look forward to seeing what you guys do and how you finish out the season.
no interview this week.
None. We got Boomer the whole
Just-
time.
Our interview is here with us the entire time. Do we have some questions for Boomer?
I was like, yes, I got out of it.
Yes, actually. yeah.
Let's just, hey, you know what? Interview time. We got a few questions for you, though, Boomer. Surprise!
Can't be a special guest without answering questions.
Sit back and enjoy our exclusive interview segment, where we chat with top players and coaches to gain insights into their strategies and experiences in the competitive world of Rocket League.
This is the part I'm afraid of.
Boomer.
Yes, Bacon.
Who?
Not your best season so far. How about we talk about that?
I
Yeah,
mean,
not your best
no, like,
season
no,
so far.
just-
Let's
just-
talk about it.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, like honestly, I mean, we're kind of used to since the Galaxy came in the season being a top 5 team.
top 2, top 4, top 4. Let's get it straight before we get there. But
I said top 5.
You can only have one
it's
GC.
best. Okay.
But yeah, you're sitting at 2-5, currently 8th in the West. So yeah, I want to hear about it.
I made my moves. I've just been. I don't want to.
Do it.
I don't have any
On fire.
issues with anybody that I've had on my team. I've been happy with everybody individually. Team-wise, I have not felt a team chemistry until now. I already told Mello. I thought I might. Mello's the one, and maybe Icy, but Mello's the one. I told him I was like, I don't know if it was necessarily Mello that was the problem. I might have jumped the gun. I probably should have waited a week. It's just I've gotten a lot of people that I thought played one way, and then when we actually start playing, it goes a different way, and it just wasn't what I was expecting. I finally now have what I've been trying to get. I think things are going to change, and our schedule is a little bit easier going forward the next few weeks. So we should be getting some W's.
Teams out. No, I'm kidding.
So
Yeah,
I did want to piggyback on that because you're very much memed for making moves, and I was curious. Can you name everybody that's logged a game for you this season?
Uh-oh.
Icy didn't.
No, he didn't.
Fuck you, Icy. Mello, Nels, Corvs, Boss, obviously, Conceptor, Myrrh, me. I feel like I might be forgetting one.
Dragon fruit.
Oh, yep,
pitch.
I was forgetting.
Let the man.
Yep, it was
let the
Dragon
man
Fruit.
fail.
Dragon Fruit was the one. He was one I
Well, he
forgot.
said he was forgetting it, so I had to remind him.
Well, he's forgetting 2 currently.
Hold on, let me think.
Whoppers.
Oh no.
Okay, he's feeling shame. Pitch, do you know
There's been
it?
so many.
I do know one Myrrh, right? Or did he say
He
that?
said
Myrrh.
I have
Okay, he
Myrrh.
said Myrrh. Okay.
You literally just dropped this guy, Boomer.
I just dropped.
Oh, wow.
King
How'd
of the
you
world.
forget
Yeah.
him?
And
How'd you forget him?
you had Diabeto Brett.
I did have Brett, but yep. But I traded him because he wanted to play with his friend, or his friend wanted to play with him.
Breezy.
I wanted to keep Brett. I'm more than happy with Murr, but Brett was. I never had a problem with Brett. He was always solid. Exactly what I needed.
So yeah, that is 10 players that have logged games for you, and 11 total on roster.
How many weeks over there been?
It might
7.
be more for Rutland.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, everybody's catching up to me now. I just got it done early. I wasn't feeling that like at all. Like it just there was no chem.
You had no time.
It didn't matter. Like
Oh, no.
it was complete and total play style differences.
No,
Like
but
I'm not calling those out.
I get that, like, we do make a meme out of you changing the roster every week. I mean, especially this season has been a little different because you guys didn't have the best start. But I mean, it's our jobs as managers to make those moves that you think's best for the team. So I mean, that's kind of
And just look at the history.
the positive side to it.
2 seasons ago, traded a whole team, ended up top 4. Last season, traded a whole team, ended up top 4. I haven't got like over that last precipice, but like it has worked. But what I was saying before, like I'm not calling Nels out. Nels plays a play style that is completely different than how I play. He likes to slow it down, keep possession, go for the clip if he wants to, but he likes to play that slow ball. I hate it. I get uncomfortable. I don't like playing that slow. So with me and Melo, like if I would have kept him around, I think it would have been a lot better place right now. Me and Melo Boss would have been pretty nasty.
Yeah, I think you made a mistake with Melo. Like,
But-
I'm not saying your current roster isn't it. I'm just saying when you let him go, like, he's very willing to learn and do stuff for the team that he didn't necessarily know how to do.
Now, Melo, I'm calling you out. I tried to do replay reviews. I want to set this record straight. I tried to do replay reviews. I talked to him. It didn't. Like, there was one point he left during a replay review. I tried, and that was the point where I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna make a move here. But it's just, I don't know. I like playing that fastball. King, like sometimes he play fast, sometimes he play slow. And we did a couple of scrim practices with Conceptor. I call him Mason because that's too many syllables. And Mason is exactly what I think we needed. Strong first man, loves to play aggressive, loves to push forward, loves passing. Like it's the perfect fit that we've been looking for all season.
Yeah, when I was I saw him play and he looked good, and I almost signed him to Philly when Zach requested a trade because I was trying to just juggle around some cap space and stuff, and I almost made the move for Conceptor, but yeah, he's looked good.
Yeah, we scrimmed him, torched him. Fuck you, Conceptor.
It was our first scrim as a team.
I know. No, yeah.
Yeah, but the chemistry you have, though.
It was still there at times. Like most of the other squads I've had, there's just nothing. Like it was like only going for solo plays, and
Listen, literally every time you've gotten a new person on your team, I have a text from you that I could go back from and say, the chem is just crazy.
I'm sure.
And,
Every single guy.
and to you people listening right now, if you've heard Boomer say something similar about a previous roster, L in general chat, please.
I don't know what to tell you.
You've made your
You get a
moves and
feeling
got
when
them.
it works.
So.
You get a feeling when it works, and I have that feeling now.
And to what Pitch said earlier, you're not alone up there. That's Frosty has had the exact same number of players record games for Rutland. So
He picks a lot
you're
of ones that were
not
on my
leading
team.
the league in active players. So there's still time for you to claim that title.
That is true. Murr did want to leave me at one time. Fuck you, Murr.
Watch out, Murr. Fuck you, Murr.
All it takes is one loss, and that roster's changing again.
Nope. It's not.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. Boomer.
You've said that multiple times too.
It's really not.
Literally changed his Discord name to Trade Locked Boomer, and then he still made moves after that. Or roster Locked Boomer.
There's Trade Daddy before that. Don't forget it.
Oh my gosh. Boomer, with your remaining schedule, what's one team you're looking forward to playing, and what's one team that you wouldn't mind avoiding playing?
Let me look at my schedule.
I'll run through it for you. Memphis, Atlantic City, Austin, Columbus, Rutland, Death Valley, and Honolulu.
Talk about some easy games coming up. I mean, I only see one is
What are you talking about, Pitch?
Memphis. Boomer, Boomer said he likes the schedule coming up. He said it's pretty easy.
Oh.
And I
Well, it's
disagree.
just based off scrims. I don't want to play the Aces, not just because you guys have been tough in scrims. I just don't want to deal with every time I play against a team that has you guys on it. It's just a hell week for me.
This is true.
Mafia, we've won the scrim. RLC, I'm not worried about. They're probably not going to show up.
Hi,
Legends,
Smurfy.
I don't know.
Fuck you, Smurfy.
Legends, I don't know if they're ever going to get that working. Rutland, I'm not worried about. Reapers, nah. I should probably worry about them. But Red Guy, for some reason, I get in Red Guy's head. I don't understand it. And Sea Riders, I don't know much about them. I haven't been paying attention, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Damn.
Oh yeah, we've screwed them. No, I do know about them. I didn't realize they were Sea Riders. Yeah, I just call them Kilo's team. No, we've scrimmed them a few times and it's went pretty even. So that one, I don't know. I guess I'm looking forward to Rutland. We should get that W. No offense, Liam.
I mean, it's probably not going to be the roster he has now when you play them, so...
Probably not. Your
That's
roster
true,
might
but
not be the same. You guys both should change right before it and just throw caution to the wind.
I look more ahead for RLC because that'll be a week I don't have to play the game.
Yeah.
Damn.
A little bye week for you, that'd be nice. That'd be nice for you.
Either way, it might be. Mer might just play the whole time.
At least you're looking
Fuck you,
forward to
Smurfy.
times to get your sub in, because there's some teams that are not doing that.
Oh, I love it when Mer plays and I just get to watch. It's great.
Team's not playing subs, they scared.
Preparing me for next season. Wink, wink.
So, Pitch, Shade, any other questions for Boomer?
Yeah, I think he's satisfied. Hold on. I don't mean in that way, but questions wise, yes.
Trade Daddy's back, baby.
Boomer. Boomer.
Yes.
Do you want to know why I've been recording your gameplay?
I don't think I do. Why have you been recording?
Should
my
I
gameplay?
tell
You
you
do.
guys, or should we wait?
Yeah. I think we
happening?
should announce it.
Okay, everybody listening. We are doing a small 6-part series on a couple different topics. Not topics, subjects / categories throughout the league. And our debut episode, First Date TBD, is going to be about Boomer. Think 30 for 30. An in-depth look at everything that is Boomer, kind of where he came from as a Rocket League player and a gamer, his experience in U3, a little bit of outside, look with the social aspect. Everybody knows Boomer's always in VC. Shade likes to call it Boomer and his children. And yeah, so we've got a number of things to talk about, number of people involved. Those of you that have already pitched in, thank you. And yeah, we look forward to getting that out. But episode 1 will be Boomer.
Did we come up with a name yet?
We did. Shade, you want to tell him?
I would love to, but I think you should.
Shade doesn't remember it.
You got me.
I'm in the same way right now.
That's fine. This will be a.
I sent you so many names. I forget which one we landed on.
I just remember seeing so many names. That was the thing.
This will be an 8-Bit Nation production with the blessing of you three, sponsored by the Backpost Podcast, and will officially be called Double Tap.
That's what it
Nice.
was.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Ain't gonna see many of those for my gameplay.
Same here.
How dare you take the opening line of episode 1? So, but yes,
But
be
just
looking
use
out for
that
that.
clip.
And naturally, Boomer, you had to be the first subject of it. You are one of the more social people in the league. You've played with a vast number of folks, and you always give something to talk about, whether it's good play, bad play, W takes, L takes, doesn't matter. There's always something to be able to talk about with Boomer. So you were a very enticing option.
And this will be on our Backpost YouTube channel, correct?
Yes, it will be on YouTube. There is video. It will not be on Spotify. But you guys, we'll let you know once we have a date and once it's live.
Exciting.
Looking forward to it.
It'd be good times.
We gotta get some like real like. I guess this is gonna talk for us later, but I guess some like real like some live camera feed. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like face interviews.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
Been the. We're
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
I got it. I've got a folder full of hours of footage, video chat, all of it. It's gonna be great.
Leading into our standings, where Pitch is going to take us through the league standings and who's eliminated at the moment.
Stay tuned to discover the rising stars, seasoned veterans, and the underdogs who are defying all odds in our league standings review.
Yeah, I'll go through these quickly just because the week's not over yet. But right now, first place in the East, first and second is the Rutland Rangers and the New York Knights, tied at 4 and 3. Right behind them, the next 3 spots all sitting at 4 and 3 as well. The Pythons, the Orcas, and the Aces. That's 3 through 5. 6th and 7th, who would be making playoffs if the season ended tomorrow, are the Jacksonville Kraken at 3 and 3, have yet to play their Week 7 game. And the Chicago Lions, who lost their Week 7 game, to pull them back to 3 and 4. And then eliminated if the season ended today, through 8th through 10th, is the Dragons, 2 and 4, haven't played their Week 7 game yet. The Legends, and then the Toxic Rams, all at both at 2 and 5, in that 9th and 10th spot. In the West, Monterey still up on top. Number 1 at 6 and 1, even after getting their first loss this week. Honolulu right behind them, leaders of the Gulfstream division at 5 and 1. They haven't played their Week 7 game. They'll play it tomorrow. And then right behind them is also pretty close knit. The Mafia and then the Scorchers, both at 5 and 2. 5 through 7 would be the Omaha Cyclones at 4 and 3. Death Valley and Las Vegas, both at 3 and 4. And then eliminated if the season ended today would be the Houston Galaxy, the Colorado Mavericks, and the Austin RLC. Galaxy and Mavericks at 2 and 5. Austin playing their game tomorrow. They're at 1 and 5 here tonight. So depending on what they do tomorrow, Austin could be the worst team in the league officially. If they lose, it would be the only team at 1 and 6.
Ouch.
Ouch is right.
Ouch.
Hi, Smurfy.
Nice, Murphy. Yeah, that East is crazy. 2-game separation between 1 and 10
Yeah.
versus a
It's
5-game separation potentially in the West.
Yeah, and speak about like a huge game for me at least tomorrow. I mean, that could put us in there at 3 and 4, tied with a couple teams,
Big time.
instead of being 2 and 5 at the bottom. So pull out all the stops tomorrow.
Get him.
Get them.
We got our trades and signings so far.
It's time for Trades and Signings, where we bring you all the roster shakeups and player acquisitions that are reshaping the landscape.
With leading off, Boomer, you released King of the World and signed Conceptor.
I did.
And we kind of already went over why earlier.
He was the piece I needed.
One of many that has happened this season. Ottawa released Milan? Milan?
And Leon.
But I like Milan.
Leon.
I like Milan.
Milan.
Mm.
And sign Zoni Claw?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoni Claw's a
Zoni Claw.
guy for a sub too. Got to scrim
person.
against him quick, like early on when he got with the team. Definitely was doing some things similar to Boomer's Murr or Anomaly's other guy
Murs.
Murs.
It's Ers.
Ers. Yeah, Zoni Claw. That's a good pickup for Ottawa.
This one made me sad. Amical retiring, and Omaha signs Anti-Shift. Amical was just a cool guy. I played a couple of games with him and D. Fane outside of the league. Cool guy. He retires.
Steve Fane's homie.
Yeah.
Right on, Omaha. Good signing. Rutland released Dragon Fruit and signed Busy RL.
Yep.
Those were the things.
Yeah, that was a reaction to Nels getting unblue chipped. So Punchable Liam deciding to go with the blue chip that is busy. So that's it.
Hey.
We only had 4 this week. Last week we had like 38.
Slow week. Let's go. Pitch, you got a player for us to watch out for this week?
Uh-oh.
I do. I did make a last-second switch here. But just because on the topic earlier of the Boomers' high praise on the Knights, they got a big game coming up here this week against the Phoenix Scorchers. But my player to watch is going to be Get Wired, actually, for the Scorchers. As of late, obviously they lost those 2 games in a row after starting 4-2. I mean, it can't just be the Doggo show, and that's been evident. So definitely, I mean, you could probably combine Get Wired and DK both for players to watch. I mean, they have to step up. This is a huge game. Obviously, I mean, Boomer's not alone. A lot of players are talking about how good the Knights could be, how good they are when they're fully strengthed up. But so this is going to be a big week for Phoenix. Probably bigger than the Honolulu game the other week. So yeah, Get Wired and DK, I'll combine them both. They got to step up big here and help Doggo out take down a powerful team.
Huzzah. Happy days.
W take.
Yeah, not mad at it at all. I think you're right. There has to be more consistent support for Doggo. I think Get Wired is the perfect one to be challenged with doing so.
Step it up, get it done.
DK's performance has been weird lately because when I've been playing with him in private matches and stuff, or even when we're playing twos, like it's the best I've seen him play. And I've been playing with him since season 2. He's like kind of peaking right now. So I don't know if he's just trying to be aggressive with Doggo and Get Wired's also an aggressive player and it's causing problems. But they haven't been as dominant as I thought they should be.
Yeah,
They've also been on a meta as well, just playing their sub game 1 no matter what, which is smart for a manager's perspective, but sometimes it does bite them in the ass.
Yeah, it can hurt to get down that one game in a series.
Right, exactly.
But figure it out. Fuck you, DK.
Yeah, fuck you, DK.
And now we put our Rocket League crystal balls to the test with our predictions segment. We will analyze upcoming matchups and make bold forecasts on who's gonna come out on top.
Going on to the podcast predictions, we're still waiting on 2 games for this last week. That's the Jacksonville Philly game and the RLC and Honolulu game. So, go Jacks and go Honolulu.
Look, RLC, what the hell's wrong with me? Why did I do that?
Because you
I'm
just want to
already-
have a historically bad
I'm
week
already
7.
I'm already 1-7 for the week. Jesus.
That's rough.
Shade and
You
I
better win your game.
Shade and I sitting 4-4 so far in the week, and yeah, pitch 1-7, trying to open the door to making it a close race.
Definitely don't lose both those games, Mitch. Don't do it.
Hurt. That'll hurt. That's probably a historic 1-9.
That'd be bad. Yeah. That'd be bad. Moving on to week 8, we will have Boomer picking here as well. Starting out with a notable game, Ottawa versus Honolulu. I'm taking Ottawa in this.
Yeah, I love to give them shit, but I got to go with Ottawa.
So I'm going to go based off of my week 7 prediction. They did take RLC over Honolulu, so they're going to be pissed that they lost that game and come back hard in this game, and Honolulu will take it.
I got Ottawa. Big body Ben, gonna big body up in there. It's gonna be done. Dunzo.
You do love you some big body.
Yeah. It's the accent. I can't do anything about it.
I've seen you in VC a lot with Big Ben or Big Body Ben too. So
I told him the other day he's the only one that's matched boss level. If Bunfo would have done it, he'd been on my team.
I was in
for him.
VC with him earlier, and like 2 or 3 people joined, and he asked, "Is that Ben?" Each time.
He said he was joining. He was going to show you the hideout.
He's just looking for Ben. So I wish my wife
was joining
liked me as much as he likes Ben.
Oh, same. Not your wife, but you know what
Wow.
I mean. We got Columbus versus Chicago. I thought this was an easy Chicago pick for me.
Yeah, that's Columbus is kind of in a weird spot, and Matizu's a homie, so go Chicago.
And it looks like I'm on pace again to just be different.
Yeah.
This was legit, like without looking at your guys' picks. I took Columbus just because I think at full strength, if everybody can show up, I think they do look pretty good. And my personal opinion, I don't think Chicago is that strong. So,
bro, there's 3 more instances of that this week. Oh my god.
Well, maybe it's 9-1 next week instead of 1-9. You know?
Yeah, maybe.
I think Columbus is still figuring it out, and one of my other new favorite buddies in the Discord, Linux, I think they're gonna let him cook. He was telling me, he's like, I'm getting frustrated. I gotta be back all the time. I think they let him cook. Push him forward. Let him be the first man. Matizu, you and Linux, y'all need to be working together.
Yeah, and I do love Linux. I do love you, but just I'm making this pick based off of. Never mind. I shouldn't even say that.
He wants to lose.
Yeah,
I think Pitch is sick, so he's just making these picks in a hysteria.
I mean,
but no, you never know. There's been some. I mean, there's no situation where I would have picked Memphis to beat Monterey, week 7. So
right.
It can happen. Yeah, who knows?
What was my 1 win last week? Do we know?
It's down at the bottom. Phoenix over Chicago.
We all took them.
Yeah, sorry about it. The next game we have is Jax versus RLC. We swept this one taking Jax. What's y'all's reasons?
Hi, Smurfy.
In my notes, it just says probably forfeit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it might be a joke. They do have 1 forfeit on the season, but every week so far, Smurfy, I've noticed that you were scrambling to find players last second. So, I mean, it's kind of becoming a trend.
He's also getting that losing record, and when that happened in the past, he just starts not showing up to games.
Yep.
So, there is a history. It's happened before.
So, do we need to have him on next to figure out why he's not communicating correctly?
Oh yeah, that was one of our best episodes last time.
Like, come on,
we gotta have
communicate with your players. Get things worked out early on in the week. Come on,
or pull a Boomer and get different players,
or that. Game of the week style is gonna be New York versus Phoenix. I'm taking Doggo.
Ooh, I struggled with this one, and then I got called mid-tier, so Phoenix. No, I mean, yeah, all that aside, I love you, Adam, but that's it's when Phoenix is on, they look beyond dangerous. New York can look dangerous, but they've looked normal at times too. Doggo also knows some of the things regarding that roster and how to break it down. I look for Phoenix to kind of take it.
I have Phoenix, but for it to be Phoenix, Doggo has got to cook. Like, he can't be sitting back. He's got to kind of take over like he did when they played us. He told me after the game, he said, "Yeah, that's the most I've pushed offensively on a team." He's gonna have to do that against them. DK and Get Wired's not going to be able to do it themselves.
You go after pitch.
You
Oh,
know,
my bad.
I was just gonna let him cook.
Yeah, it's pretty good to just go and get Phoenix picks out the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough.
I will go different. I'm taking New York.
Why?
I took
Boo.
usually when I take a player to watch, I usually take the opposite team. So my player to watch is DK and Get Wired. So hopefully they could prove me wrong.
Dude, I did the same thing when I had the player to watch. Pick the opposite one and challenge your player to watch.
Exactly. You know.
Y'all
Then
don't
it
walk
looks
under
like a
ladders
good
either,
take.
do you?
What'd
Oh,
you say,
okay.
Boomer?
I thought this was some kind of like I can't think of the word right now. I said y'all don't walk under ladders either, do you?
Superstition.
Superstition, yeah.
Notable game of the week: Palm Beach versus Atlantic City. All of us are smart except for Boomer.
Yeah, that's we're very familiar with Anomaly and Wolf, and they haven't hit their peak yet. I think it's going to come at some point in the season. I don't see it being this week. So Atlantic City.
This one goes down to history for me, and Max will even say it himself. JT owns Max, so
From what
I got AC.
Boomer.
From
Fuck
what
you,
I was
Max.
told last week, I think it was Wolf. He said he was having controller issues and internet issues.
All the
When
good players
Wolves-
have excuses.
when Wolf's been cooking lately, it's been crazy. I don't know. I just got a feeling. I think this will be the time that Max takes over, and they're gonna take it.
It'll take really,
Yeah.
but
That's okay.
Fayetteville versus Omaha. We're going Omaha for my pick.
Yeah, I'm tired of being wrong picking against Akaza, so Omaha.
Yeah, I've been there as well. They've there's a couple teams as well, but they're one of them that's looked like the hottest team in the league so far.
And this
Omaha causes.
This is no offense to Fayetteville, anybody else on the roster, but I think Omaha's too good to where Icy can't 1v3 that team, like he's been doing against a few other teams. So I have
We know you don't like Icy anyway, so
actually, we're good now. He came in to VC. We're talking. Everything's good.
Fuck you, Icy.
You guys kissed and made up.
Not fuck you, Icy.
that's not what you said in our chat.
Oh,
Anyways, notable game: Rutland versus Death Valley. I'm taking our boys in Death Valley. Hopefully, their full roster can be there, and I think if that's the case, they're a tough team.
Yeah, I like the lineup Rutland's putting out there, but I don't think they can handle the three-headed monster that is Death Valley. If the full roster's there, we're going Death Valley.
Yeah, I think just Rutland has looked really good the last 2 weeks. I think they definitely started putting some stuff together, and I'm gonna take Rutland this week over Death Valley.
As much as it pains me to say it, I got Death Valley. I just think Rutland, their play style speed is too slow to handle the demos. I think Red Guy's going to go off and have a lot of murders under his belt.
We got Philly taking on Las Vegas. I'm taking Las Vegas until I see Philly step it up a bit.
I don't see a world where a non-blue chip team is able to handle Synthed, so I'm going Philly.
Philly for obvious reasons.
I got Philly as well. I think Synth will get out of whatever headspace he was in and show what Max came in after you guys' scrim telling me about how he's crazy and he was freestyling on them.
Yeah, which Did not happen, by the way. He hit a couple double taps.
I was sold it by their entire team, so I don't know.
Because they're trying to scare you. They don't know what they're talking about.
Shade freestyles on Anomaly. So
Yeah,
He's my other son. We got Memphis versus some lame team that I'm picking, sadly.
You always pick me.
Yeah,
he likes.
Yeah.
He's a glutton for being let down.
that's true.
I've joined in on picking Galaxy this week. If you guys don't beat Memphis, I'm probably not picking Houston much more. It's time to put it together.
Yeah,
I think
I'll
you
be
guys got
done.
it.
Aren't they? What did you say the record was? 5-2?
Yeah.
I suppose. I mean, I also picked Galaxy. I skip pitch again.
Well,
Well, Pitch is having some technical difficulties.
I have to pick my team because it's my team, but also just scrims and history. I think we scrimmed them with this lineup, and it was close, but we did take the dub. I think 2 of the games weren't as close. It really just depends if we can keep up what we did last week, which I think we can.
and Pitch went with Memphis. He might have a reason for that once we get him back. Hold 1 second.
Yeah, and we don't have to step away. We chit chat with Boomer, or Shade if you need to step away for a
He's
minute.
got more questions.
Well, not particularly, but any thoughts on Double Tap?
I think it's gonna be cool. I'm a little scared. I know I say out of pocket stuff sometimes when I think I'm not being recorded, so
Well, I wouldn't-
hopefully I'm not about to get canceled.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't-
you do like to talk about penises a lot.
Oh, man.
Just one man's in particular.
I don't know. Gets awfully dick talky when that VC fills up.
It's
pretty interesting.
Talky.
I've only talked about Drake's, all right? Calm down.
I'm just saying.
And if you're watching on the YouTube right now,
Oh Lord.
no. But yeah,
Censor it, it'll be okay. Artistic content.
So how do you feel that you're going to be really bad at Rocket League because you're putting too much time into Tarkov?
I'll get back on the grind before our game. It'll be fine. They don't need me anyway. I'm just there. Everybody says I'm carried anyway.
this is true. You are the problem.
That's what they tell me. Told me to bench myself, and then I have to come in and clutch up and win 2 games in a row.
Yeah. It'll be a good time. It's going to be a good rest of the season. I can't believe we're already halfway through it.
It's crazy.
It's about time for Trade Apocalypse. Curious to see if Boomer's a part of that. Or if it's
Nope.
just other stuff. Like I said, I know a couple things that might happen. So it could be a very exciting...
Prove it.
Yeah, I've heard a couple rumors as well.
Prove it.
I can't put them out there.
Yeah, y'all talking at your asses.
I know of at
got
least
it. I'll
one that's
message it
happening
to
on
you
Sunday.
right now.
No balls.
One of them was on my team, and he's getting picked up by a different team next week. I can say that because there's been so many people on my team.
Sent.
Yeah, bet I know who it is though.
Probably.
Shade's gonna anchorman this and just
Yeah.
read it.
I'm not because that's not happening. That's a dumb take. It's just not happening.
I don't know.
Boss got us
Listen,
blue chipped and beefs on my team? What?
I've heard from other people about that she sent me. Yeah, but no, it's not happening.
I don't know.
Anybody who believes that's a happening thing, let's just say y'all should go get tested.
I don't know.
Where'd you send it?
Well,
Nowhere you can see
yeah,
it.
just to him. You can't put everything. You are a manager in this league of a team that I am hoping to take money from at the end.
Take money from.
Like
What?
straight up, like you're just gonna take Boomer's money?
Like, yeah, gonna win the game, and then I'm going to his house and I'm taking his money.
Damn. Fuck you, Boomer.
Fuck
I'm
you,
confused.
Boomer.
What money?
I
I missed an aspect of this league.
There'll be something somewhere there. What do you mean?
I think they just said we're winning it all.
You know there's a cash prize.
Yeah, but to think that I'm winning it's crazy.
I don't think you're winning.
Yeah, he couldn't take it last season.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Texas.
There the excuses come.
Yeah, here they go.
Okay, when you're having
had-
to 2v3 a
listen,
squad,
I
bro.
had bad internet when we won our championship. I'm just saying.
This is true.
When the other team's manager comes in afterwards and tells you that they would have gotten
There's no proof
stomped
of
if
this.
Boss was there.
That's cool, and he was just lying to you.
He
He's
was.
tired of hearing you make your excuses, so he's just like, I'll just say you would have won.
You just gotta see it. You just gotta watch the game. When
That-
Boss was lagging, we did nothing. When Boss wasn't lagging, we scored like 3 points.
I
in a
watched
row.
the game.
Dude, I was there live, ticket and everything.
I mean, I thought I was there to see a Rocket League game, but it ended up being a comedy show.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, it took us this long into the episode to get him a little hot under the collar. Kudos to Boomer for withstanding. So
My collar's fine.
your collar is not fine, sir. I can
I've heard
hear
this so many times already.
it. Turn on your face cam right now.
Yeah, bet. He rolled his eyes when we brought it up. I guarantee it.
Just
You
huffed.
could hear it in his tone.
Oh, the
Oh, God.
tone.
Yeah, not the tone.
Yeah, y'all don't know. I think Pitch died.
Pitch's house is no longer having power for the rest of the night.
He's on the
That's fine.
dock.
Well,
We are almost done. We can go ahead and continue. If he pops back in here before outro, we'll get the reasoning from Memphis. And
yeah, Pitch took Memphis, obviously to be different, but he's been high on Memphis, so and it could go that way. Boomer lets me down sometimes.
They're a good team. Like, I don't think we're definitely not gonna do what we did to Colorado for sure. I could see us in 4 or 5.
We got the Monterey Sleepy Sharks going against Colorado. We all picked Monterey. Think that's pretty easy.
I mean, yeah, Pitch is back.
He's alive?
I'm back.
On his phone? No, okay.
Nope. I was just waiting for my internet to load back up. Yeah, I'm out of oil, so I'm running a fucking little space heater in my room, and it just tripped. So,
Yeah, that'll do it.
yeah.
Hold on. What did you just say? Hold on. Oil? You have an oil heater?
Yeah.
They still do that?
Very common in Pennsylvania. Yes.
Yeah, he's from the mythical land of Philly, of course.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Anyways, we told the people you chose Memphis. Was there a reason?
I mean, not to hurt any feelings, just Houston hasn't looked that good. They might be in a little ego.
Wait. What did we do to Dragons? What did we do to Dragons?
I'm not saying that we looked better. I'm just saying you don't look. You haven't
Yeah, he
looked
wasn't
that well.
complimenting himself.
I mean, you guys. I mean, your 2 wins are 2 bottom 20 teams. So
Yeah, different rosters.
Memphis has just looked really good.
So yeah, that's a fuck you, Boomer, from Philly.
That's fine.
I mean, it's a fair reason. You guys haven't looked great this season. I know it's a new roster, but when hasn't it been? So
This roster has always looked good. So I don't know. I understand Thick.
we went to Monterey and Colorado. Monterey all across the board. You guys got anything interesting to say about it?
I don't know if Killer B is going to play. I cannot confidently pick Colorado in any matchup.
I think even with Killer B,
I
Monterey's gonna take that.
I was going to say, I also think even with Killer B there.
With
it won't
Cosmo
matter.
leaving, has their pick, is it automatically going through before? Or no? Because I know what they're doing.
It's going to be done at the end of this week. This is.
Oh,
next
he has
week's
to wait? He has to wait even though Cosmo left?
Well, they played their game.
This is
Oh,
for
okay,
next.
okay.
This is for next week.
I got you.
Their free agent signings will go at the end of this week.
Yeah, it'd be different if he retired before they played their game.
Yeah.
They already
Yeah,
played,
makes sense.
so.
Those are our picks for for the time being. The records as they stand, Bacon and I tied at 35-25, and Pitch are reigning over top of us 39-21. So,
And Boomer hasn't missed a pick yet.
Not yet. It's coming.
I don't know if he picked one against me, so he's at least losing that one. What we got? Do we have any Rocket League RLCS news? I'm not going to say not
Real
this
Rocket League.
Rec League stuff because it's kind of not feeling that way.
Yes. Sad things have happened.
Yeah, I guess Boomer can have an input here too. I haven't really been following the.
What do you mean? No sad things have happened yet.
Our beloved, wonderful, best team in the world has lost their first individual series ever.
Good.
They're no longer undefeated.
You got to get enough.
They're still it. But we were one of the only, I think it was 3 teams that were completely undefeated. A few other things happened, unless you want to talk about it, Bacon.
No,
I mean,
I just threw up a
G2
little bit when you said our team.
You
It
said
feels so
you said
weird to
we
me.
were like you haven't.
We lost the series. We up until this event, G2 had not lost a single series. They won every single series. Oh,
But it's good to get that series loss.
Yeah.
You get that feeling that you don't want to ever have again.
Yes, I feel like it shook them. They played way too close, and against a team that they should not have been playing close to today.
Adversity. Let's overcome it.
But they're still on top. G2 forever. Daniel Beast.
Well, at least until Daniel leaves.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
Calm
true.
down on the G2 forever.
I don't know, man. I don't
You ain't one of
know.
us.
BMO might be he might be taking Daniel's spot.
Oh my
But
god.
anyway. What's the name of that team? Is it YYSG?
Oh yeah, that's it.
Sub-Sahara? Yeah.
YMC.
YMC got a 1-year ban because they threw.
They think they threw.
They
There's
threw.
no proof. There's no proof.
So-
no smoking gun, no nothing. Just I think they threw. So do I. Let's ban them. That's
Okay.
stupid.
So for those who don't know,
That's dumb.
whatever the team's called, they are a European team playing in SSA against. In the other qualifiers, the other 2 that they have done in the past, they did it in Europe with 180 ping, and were dominating all the teams except for Limitless. They then fly down to, I forget what country they were in, but they were in the SSA region with perfect ping, proceed to then lose so that they can go up against Limitless.
No, like hearsay,
I guess.
speculation.
Allegedly, they
Objection!
lost to go up against Limitless
Johnny
because
Amber
if,
Heard trial.
in order for them to become the 1 seed, they had to beat Limitless early, and they got banned, and Limitless got a free walk into the semifinals.
And I'm going to be honest, I understand integrity of the game, but this is a format issue. When you have it set up like this is YMC's only opportunity to go to Copenhagen. I don't blame them from putting themselves in a position to make that a reality.
It's a strategy.
It is a
People
format
don't like
issue.
it, cry about it.
Integrity of the game, sure. But we see it across all major pro sports. The only sport that does it correctly is the NBA, because their pick system is a lottery. You can throw all you want, but you're not guaranteed the top pick. Okay. So it's everywhere. Integrity of the
I
game
believe
is
MLB
everywhere.
is lottery as well.
Huh?
I believe MLB is lottery as well.
I don't know.
Nobody likes
Baseball's not a
baseball.
real sport. But
Wait.
Baseball
man.
sucks, bitch. Get over it.
It is literally the best sport in America.
a non-sport.
For a long
yeah.
It's a
time.
non-sport.
Take.
I don't agree with a lot of the things that they've done this season. I don't think the top 8 should have to compete in every qualifier, because the entire first day is essentially pointless because you have pros playing essentially champ 1s. It's just I don't know. It's kicking a lot of orgs out of RLCS because there's no safety in being in the league.
Yeah,
Like
that's it.
if you want to invest in a top 8 team because you think, oh, they're top 8, they should be there, and then they come out in the best of 3 and something crazy happens, It's not a very good financial decision. It's not the case in almost any other esport besides Fortnite, which is also epically owned.
Yep.
Um,
Gonna disagree
it's
with you though. If you deserve to be a top 8 team, nothing crazy should happen when you're playing against.
I
twos
agree
and
with you
threes.
competition-wise. Just win forehead. I get that. I agree that's how it should be as for the competition aspect. For a business, it's not a safe investment. And if they want to keep the esport profitable and RLCS making money, they need to have some kind of safety for those top teams that are investing a lot of money in the scene.
I don't
That's
know.
the big argument
I
right
saw
now.
40,000 people watch Omelet try to hand it to G2 today. So, like, it seems like it's okay. And that we've seen teams come through that not everybody knows, but they have some of these bubble players. It's actually promoting the bubble scene more. It's giving them.
It's
free
promoting the
real
competition
opportunities.
side. The competition side has grown a lot, and it's promoting that aspect. We've had more teams sign up to try to get into the RLCS than ever before. But for a business from a business standpoint, it's not as safe as a lot of other esports. So they're investing their money there. Like 40,000 people is a lot for Rocket League. Compare that to any other esport, it's a drop in the bucket.
It's always been like
So-
that though. Even at Rocket League's peak,
I know, I get that.
Still got more.
I agree. It's just the orgs are what bring in the viewers. You got org backers, and if the orgs start leaving, the esport's gonna die.
Nah, people
That's
still
the
show
worry.
up. People like the no-name teams coming out of nowhere. They feed on it.
I don't.
That's fine.
I'm gonna disagree.
People do though.
I mean, yeah, I don't disagree that people don't. I'm just saying personally, I don't. I like seeing a set amount of teams.
I personally love the cutthroatness. I think it's great. I'm just talking from a business corporate side. A lot of esport teams are talking about leaving. Claverity just put out a tweet. They were in for the first 2. They're done. They're not doing it anymore because they
I don't
can't
even know who
afford
the
it.
fuck
And it's not worth the
Claverity
risk.
Yeah, I never heard of them.
They made top 16, I think, both first qualifiers.
Trash teams, get them
Yeah,
out here.
I mean,
anyway.
All I know is U3 next year is
Going all the way, baby.
yeah, for sure. U3 is going to be in a major Unleashed esports, baby.
Absolutely.
I do think we might need more Boomer for the end of the podcast when we talk about Rocket League or RLCS.
I agree,
Yeah,
honestly.
good job.
I mean, that's good.
He should be our RLCS correspondent.
I'm a big fan of RLCS. Doggo knows more than I do. Maybe a thing, a tag team thing, or I'll do the talking and he
Yeah,
sends me.
you
some
guys
information.
record a end of the podcast for us. We'll add it in.
Yep. Send it weekly. We're gonna be recording
Make it
on
happen.
Sundays going forward. I need it by Sunday.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, and then EU, we don't have to talk about them there.
No, yeah, we
Trash.
We've never talked about EU on here. We're not gonna start now.
Never will.
In fact, we're cutting that little part where you said that out.
Yeah,
Perfect.
absolutely. I will
you, EU.
censor it.
Anyways, thank you guys for listening. We appreciate it greatly.
Boomer, thanks for being here.
Anytime.
Yes, thank you, Boomer. Thank you.
I
It was
finally
fun.
did it.
You did.
I thought it was going to be worse. Not going to lie to you.
It
Now
can
I have
be.
to
You wanna get
see
there?
double tap. I'm sure it's
Is
all in that
Conceptor
little
also
video
a GC? Have you fit your mold yet?
All right, let's say bye-bye to everybody
Bye.
listening.
Bye,
Bye.
Sparky.
Thank you, everybody.
Why can I not find the freaking rosters, man?
Team
Bruh.
management. It's above the voice chats.
It's not there.
But it is.
It is.
Looking at
It's right underneath teams.
Team management's right below game reports.
Found it. Found it.
There
Found
you
it.
go.
Found it.
We gotta just tag you. Nope.
That's what you
I was about to.
Who is Twilight Sparkle? When did that happen?
Oh, this guy.
It's Nate Dogg.